Hey there, folks. Name is Pyrosilic. Gonna be playing some Subnautica Below Zero. I'm it's been a while since I've last played this game. I was playing back in the beta and stuff. Gonna be playing survival. I'm not confident enough in my skills to do hardcore. Brand new to making videos, YouTube, stuff like that. So yeah, I do apologize if I ramble on or a bit or if I make some mistakes. Like, I'm definitely still learning. If you have feedback or constructive criticism, please don't hesitate to let me know. As you saw, starting up a new world, brand new save for 1.0.
This is the farthest that I can take you on company space bucks, Robin. You sure you want this? The research is in everything.
It is to me. And Sam. I need to know what happened.
The meteor storm.
I can use it for cover from Altera's eyes.
Gonna miss you, Robin.
I'll find my way back.
Approaching 45-46 feet. Surface temperatures. Drop pod deployed.
Okay, so that was a bit louder than I expected. I do apologize. Here we go. Master volume, I'm going to turn that down to, let's try 60. Oh god, that is still loud. Okay. I do apologize, I did not realize that it was going to be that much louder than the main menu screen. Hopefully that's okay. Let me try lowering this a bit as well. Okay, hopefully that helps. So I need to look around, get some, so there's flares and stuff around. I have an easy time missing things by accident, so I actually have the accessibility setting of interactables, so like the water, the food, the flares, and anything you can really just pick up. It's highlighted for me, so it just makes it easier to see. Alrighty, yeah, that seems like it's... So I'm actually getting a bit... I'm starting to freeze here. If you're not sure, if you're familiar with Subnautica, but not Subnautica Below Zero, a big difference is Subnautica Below Zero, as you can see, is like on a frozen world. These plants warm you up. And we basically, so instead of like with Subnautica where we had to basically, I think it was exploring an unknown planet and trying to get off of it, this is, we're trying to find our sister, as it mentioned in the intro cutscene. Is our sister was on this island doing work, on this planet doing work, but her and the entire expedition thing just disappeared. So we basically went behind the company's back and were like, and decided our character is on our way here. Let's see. So there's a drop pod that's right over here. That's the little marker. Ooh, that's lucky. I need to get a scanner for that. That is very lucky. Get a few of those sea glide fragments scanned, and then I can start patrolling the ocean a lot faster. So we want to. I'm breaking these outcroppings. That was also pretty nice. Getting some lead off the bat. It won't be useful to me at the moment, but in the near future it will be. I basically have to secure a food source, which is the fish. I have to secure a water source. Yeah, so the food. Oh, didn't pick up that. So yeah, if you pick up the different fish, they can turn in. You can cook them with the. There's a crafter inside that.
New creature discovered.
Inside your little drop pod here. Different fish have different, like, give different stuff. Most of them are basically just generic cooked fish, you know. But some of them actually have alternate crafting recipes. So there's a bladder fish, for example. Was the hoop fish.
Found the drop pod.
We have different crafting recipes, as you can see. So there's like cooked hoop fish, and if I get some salt, I can make it cured. So, and cured food drains your water, so it gives you less water, but gives you some food, and it doesn't spoil. Whereas the cooked food does spoil. Early on, we're gonna want to basically find some, much like Subnautica, we're gonna want to find a. I don't need all these flares, probably just a couple of those.
Well,
Hold on
Sam,
to those
I guess
hookfish.
I might as well gather some tools and resources before starting my search. Hope that radio tower's as easy to spot as Lil said.
Yeah,
New creature
I
discovered.
don't know the exact. I don't remember the exact name of it, and it's gonna drive me nuts. But I basically have to find giant seaweed. Yeah, right over there. That stuff has you'll recognize that from Subnautica if you've played that, or if you've watched people play that in the past. It has like red seed-like outcroppings on it.
Cache nearby.
Ooh, nice. Altera. So that'll have like various random supplies at it, and some guaranteed spawns and some random
New
spawns.
blueprint synthesized.
But these creepvine seed clusters, that's what I need. So that's used to make silicon or used to make oil, which are both used for different things.
Oxygen.
I'm going to be making the silicon first because, as you saw, there was a recipe for a knife. With the knife, that opens up a new world of possibilities because it'll let me like attack things that are minor, like the sea monkeys. It'll let me harvest creepvine instead of just the creepvine clusters. These do degrade over time, by the way, so it's not like, and they are also edible. They give me water. But they do degrade over time, so I basically have to be careful about what do I want to turn them into. I can't let them sit for too long, because if I do, they just go bad and you can't use them for anything. Bladder fish can be turned into filtered water. That's what I had mentioned before, but you can also cook it for if you need to. We're gonna make a survival knife though, just because that's very useful. And then next thing we want to make is a scanner. That requires titanium and a battery. For a battery, that requires copper ore and 2 ribbon plants. The ribbon plants, those are usually found in like the caves. I'm not going for that supply cache yet because it says it's 300 meters. It's actually a fair bit of distance away with our current lack of locomotion. It would take me a while to actually swim out there. So I want to get a scanner and try and get some sea glide fragments before I attempt to make my way over there. So right now I'm just exploring these caves to find this ribbon plants.
Ribbon plants contain electrolytic materials that can be used in energy storage.
Yep, exactly as they said. And break more of those. You can never have enough ore. Ooh, another sea glide fragment right there. I don't remember what that first one was, but I remember it wasn't too far from the drop pod. Alrighty, let's see. Electronics, make a battery, personnel, make a scanner. So I am going to make some flippers because that actually increases my swimming speed.
I have a scanner.
I'm also going to want a copper wire kit and a standard O2 tank at some point. The standard O2 tank out of those is probably going to be the easiest to make because that just requires 2 creepvine samples, which is hitting the creepvines with your knife. The wiring kit is a bit of a pain because, as you can see, it requires 2 silver. Currently, silver is it's not impossible to find, but it's more difficult to find than, say, copper, titanium, and lead. It's an uncommon find. So I'm just cooking up that fish because I am actually getting hungry. I could eat these nutrient bars, but they don't expire ever, so I want to save those for an emergency only. I'm actually going to turn all these creepvine clusters into... I'm going to turn a few into lubricant, but most of them I'm going to turn into the silicon rubber. Make 2 of those and then turn the rest into the rubber. You know what, make it 3. Why not? Make it 4. I actually think we need 4 for an objective at some point. Okay. And we actually start with a basic storage crate right here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pop all of the minerals and stuff in there because I don't need that on me. Thankfully, these ribbon plants are one of the only things that don't expire that are plant-like, which is very nice. So I'm gonna swim back out and try and find those sea glide fragments that we've been seeing because if I scan enough of those, it'll give me the recipe to make a sea glide. So it consumed the fragment, and then it's like see 1 out of 3. I can also scan fish with this if I hover over them, and then it gives me like research on them. Once we get deeper into the ocean of this planet, I'm gonna have to be careful about having my tools just out willy-nilly because there are a couple different animals that in the ocean that try and steal your stuff, which is very annoying to say the least. I can also scan like these outcroppings, and when I have a tool out, it instantly breaks them. Gonna scan a ribbon plant and get some of those.
Oxygen.
Early on, yeah, your oxygen supply is really limited, which is kind of rough. So you're constantly swimming back up to the surface. I could go and hit some creepvine clusters, or creepvines, and get the materials I need to make an O2 tank, but I kind of want to get the sea glide fragments. I know there is one around here. Ah, nope, that's quartz. Oh, yeah, so like there's a, and you can, I can scan like the shelf coral and the bridge as you saw earlier. Twisted mandrake, pink narrowleaf. This stuff I don't actually think has a use. I think that's just, I think this stuff is just, like flavor-wise. I could actually probably hit it with my knife to see. Yeah, I think it's just lore. World lore. I'm gonna pick up a bladder fish because those are nice. Oh yeah, you can also stab fish, apparently. That's new
Oxygen.
compared to when I last played. Not sure. So oh, I guess so.
New
It just
creature discovered.
it kills them. Interesting. Makes sense. Probably makes it easier so you don't have to like chase after them if they're trying to swim away from you, if you care. Let's see. Really wish I remember where that second sea glide fragment was. What's my inventory looking like? It's looking fine. I think I'm gonna pop up to the surface really quick, get some oxygen, and then I am going to go back to those creepvine clusters, try and find those. Because I can scan them, and I also want to get some materials from them. Yeah, that's not a school of fish I can pick up, that's just like a school of fish that you can look at. Creepvine scanned. Creepvine does degrade, unfortunately, which is kind of rough.
Oxygen.
Oop, there's a sea glide fragment. Now, if only I remembered where that first one I saw was. That's fine. Get some oxygen, swim back down. Ah, there it is. I also want to scan a creepvine cluster just to get the info about that. Creepvine seed cluster. There we go. It moves around, so it can be a little annoying to try and scan, but
Oxygen.
it's not too bad. So I can make an upgrade to my oxygen tank. Hopefully on my way back I can find at least one sea glide fragment. There's more than just 3 in the map. There's quite a few scattered around, so you have a choice. You're not like, oh, only those are the ones that you can use. It's not like that. Which I think is really nice. Speaking of, bada bing, bada boom. And now if I find any more sea glide fragments, when I scan it, instead of giving me like research or something,
Oxygen.
it will give me titanium. It'll give me resources. So it's not useless to find it. Let's see, so that requires a battery, copper, and lubricant. I'm gonna turn the bladder fish into water. For the most part, that's what you want. If you have bladder fish, you don't want to cook it unless you're absolutely starving to death and have no other options. Just because it's the only fish that turns into water. There will be other ways for me to get water later on, but just currently, it's the only way. So I'm going to make some fiber mesh now. That requires 2 creepvine clusters. Going to make a battery since I can have the resources on me and I need that for the sea glide fragment. Or the sea glider, I mean. Going to make an oxygen tank.
Adding additional blueprints to your data bank.
Nice.
The
Let's
standard
see.
oxygen tank can be upgraded for deluxe and VIP breathing.
Computer chip. That's going to be a bit annoying to get, but not too bad. Let's see. Those creepvines are almost completely degraded, so I'm going to use those to make another fiber mesh. Just to be on the safe side. So I needed lubricant. I think I needed copper, some titanium. Let's grab some rubber as well. I don't remember exactly all I needed for the, let's see, deployables. I need copper wire. Okay, perfect. When in doubt, just overgrab items when you're gonna be doing some crafting.
Sea glide is a personal.
Let's see. Chuck these in there. Good on water, so I'm actually gonna put some of the water away. I'm gonna put the nutrient blocks away since I have some fish on me. then I'll drink one of my
Device.
water.
Used for high-speed free diving. Contains a built-in light and map.
Alrighty, so just mention that this has a built-in light and map, which is nice. The downside is using both of those is it drains the power. So you can see it says power 100%, now 99%. If you have the lights and map on, it drains the power a lot faster than if you just are using it to swim around. And since I have this now, I'm heading over to the supply cache. Oh, that's new. Ooh, that's something I want to avoid. So those things right there, those spit at you, and if they hit you, they freeze you temporarily and do some damage, which is very annoying. Ooh, this is nice. Got a mineral detector. So yeah, these crates have random items in them, but that miner detector is like the guaranteed, and this light stick fragment. Oh god, I am gonna drown. No, 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 god, dang it! So when you die, it randomly it steals some of your items, and they're just permanently gone. And it is really frustrating because you can lose some very valuable stuff. So I don't know what I lost. Looks like I lost some. Yeah, I lost some food and I lost water. That's not terrible because it's I have you can potentially lose like your sea glide, even your survival knife, your scanner. If you lose one of those, it is so rough. But we got a mineral detector recipe now, which I am going to craft. So let's see, it needs a battery, titanium, copper wire, silicon rubber. So that requires 2 ribbon plants. Gonna need 3 copper, titanium, rubber. Looks like I don't have any copper ore on me. So let's go out and find some. Thankfully that place was pretty well picked over, so it's not the end of the world, and I didn't lose... I didn't really lose anything valuable. I lost some food and I lost some water. I have plenty of both right now. So I need 1 more copper ore. There's some titanium. There we go, copper ore. So now I should have 3 copper. Yep. 2 of that's going to make the wiring kit, 1 of that's going to make the battery, and then I'm going to be able to make the mineral detector, which is an infinitely valuable item. Arguably more valuable than even... probably arguably one of the most valuable items in the game. And you will see very shortly why. I'm actually going to move that right there and unequip the flare.
Potentially saving you hundreds of hours of searching.
Yeah. So as it mentioned, let's see. So I can switch between like limestone chunk, gold, silver ore, copper ore, fragments, quartz, titanium. So I can switch through a bunch of different stuff. And basically try and find things that I normally wouldn't be, that would normally take me a lot longer to find. So I'm actually going to swap this to silver ore, because when it's on silver ore, it basically is like, hey, there's silver ore in this direction. It doesn't have infinite range, as you can see. It says searching. But it does have a pretty decent sized range. And just having it out will slowly drain power from it. And to recharge these, you just need a battery. Eventually, you can get a battery charger as well, but that's in like base building and stuff. So it looks like this supply cache is in an area with the sea monkeys. I think this is the one I just looted. I just don't remember going in this direction. Yeah, it is, okay. I just don't remember going in that direction. Got turned around from dying. Okay.
Use beacons to mark traverse territory. Show or hide the signals of your choice with your Xenoworks PDA.
So this little bugger right here, this guy, he likes to steal things that you have in your hand. You can get them back from him, or you can follow him to his nest, or he randomly drops it. But he just likes to take things from you. So this is a new material. I'm actually not sure what that sea anemone stuff is used for, and I'm also not sure what the... Ooh, that's something. Mobile vehicle bay fragment. Heck yeah. That's actually a nice find. Get 2 more fragments for the mobile vehicle bay, and I can start making basic vehicles. So I'm going to search for a fragment since I found one over there. And I'm just going to swim around, try and find fragments.
New creature discovered.
Oop, fragment over here. So you can see, now that it's in range of a fragment, it's going to keep beeping at me. Being like, hey, it's over here. And then I can just start swimming, and it beeps faster and faster. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's a sea glide fragment. So, it gave me 2 titanium. So, I mean, it's not bad if you find a fragment that you already have, because you do get resources from it. It's just not ideal. This bad boy right here is actually really nice because you can use it to replenish your oxygen.
New creature discovered.
Oh, another fragment. Don't mind if I do. See, I have 60 oxygen. Okay. A lot of creature eggs. I genuinely am curious what those are used for. I wonder if you can eat them now, or if they're used for something else. I remember when they were added, they didn't really have a purpose, and I didn't see anything in like the dev logs about what they were used for. Ah, look at this little thing hiding right in here. Nice, 2 out of 3 for the mobile vehicle bay fragment. Hopefully I find one more.
That sounds like a distress call.
Transmission of unknown origin. Source of transmission depth calculated at approximately 200 meters.
Yeah, so that's a depth of about 200 meters. That's actually pertaining to the main story. I don't have the ability to go that deep yet. If you go too deep, you start losing you lose oxygen faster and faster. Until you run out and die. But you can get like vehicles that will allow you to go deeper than you normally could before, and you can upgrade those vehicles to traverse even farther down. So this area I'm going to have to be a bit careful in because there's a lot of hostiles that like to kill you if you enter that territory and they see you, and they are very aggressive. So I'm going to do my best to steer clear of that, and also keep an eye on those sea monkeys so that they don't swipe my crap. Keep swimming around for fragments. Let's see, where are you? Should be right here. Perfect. Mobile vehicle bay fragment. Heck yeah. 3 out of 3. So I'm going to head back to base, see what I need to craft that. Ooh, and it gave me the power cell blueprint. So that's basically, power cell is the battery for vehicles. It's very large. let's see. My food's doing okay.
Picked up what sounds like a distress call. Who or what is out here calling for help? Didn't sound human. Maybe it's from a remnant of architect technology.
Alright, so I need
In her message,
titanium,
Sam's
lubricant,
calling
and
did say
computer
there's
chip.
something
That's right.
Even if it's just a mimic from one of the more
Right.
intelligent aquatic specimens, that could be a major find. Or if it's from Altera.
So I'm getting a titanium chip. That's the titanium
Definitely check it
rod, the lubricant are like the easiest things. The circuit chip is the computer chip is a bit annoying because that requires gold, copper, and table coral. So as you can see, I've pinned those. And that allows you to keep track of what you have out of that. So like for the mobile vehicle bay, I have 1 titanium, for example. Oh, interesting. So I guess it's just food. I'm gonna throw all the eggs in there just because they're taking up space along with the quartz and stuff like that. The lubricant's the easiest to get, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Ooh, that was something. Hold on, fragment. You know, I wonder if this is the if this is the sea glide fragment that I saw at the beginning and completely forgot about. It very well could be. Oh, another fragment. Yeah, fragments can be pretty common in this area, which is nice. But for the more... Oh, there it is. Yeah, another sea glide fragment. Sea glide fragments are all over the place, which makes sense because they kind of are pushing for you to get that as soon as you can. There we go. So I'm actually going to flip through until I get to select table coral. The reason being is table coral is what's, as you can see, used for the computer chip, and it can be a little bit annoying to find at times. It's found in like these crevices along cliff walls and whatnot. Let's see, so I have 70% battery left in this thing. I'm gonna eventually need to craft another battery. Get some copper. Thankfully batteries are pretty easy to make though. That is something. Ah, a grav trap fragment.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Okay, so I have 30 seconds of oxygen, so I'm just gonna swim up really quick. I didn't get any table coral pings, which was unfortunate, so I'm gonna swim back down. What is that? Oh, replenish oxygen. Neat. Yeah, these little bubble things here, you can use them to replenish your oxygen. Ooh, an argentite outcrop. Dang. That's where you get silver. That gives you a chance for silver. So this is a sea monkey nest. You can find different fragments and stuff in here. Oops, that was something to scan. Ah, the violet blue. Oh.
Warning. 30 seconds
Nope.
of oxygen remaining.
So I'm actually going to use this oxygen plant since I can. And then just going to keep swimming around, try and find some table coral. Yeah, the early game is a bit rough just because it's a lot of swimming around, searching and stuff, and I can't have the sea glide out and the mineral scanner, so I'm stuck slow swimming around. This is usually where you can find, like, you're not guaranteed to find table coral in this biome, but you have a better chance of finding it. I just wanted to try and avoid that biome if I could. For the sole reason that it is full of things that like to kill you. So you have to be like on your toes, constantly watching the situation. Ready to pull out your sea glide to GTFO. Get the hecky out. So there's an oxygen plant over there. Oh, there it is. Nice. I'm actually going to scan this really quick just because I like scanning things. And then to break table coral, you have to just basically whack it with your knife.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
So that was actually pretty lucky getting 2 of those right back to back. Ooh, there's a scanner thing to scan right here. Laser cutter fragment. Ooh. Get that really quick. Ooh, and a salt deposit. Okay. Well, I got what I came for, which was 2 of the table coral. Needs some copper. Looks like I need 1 gold, 2 copper, some lubricant. Okay, lubricant's easy enough to get. Copper's easy enough to get. How much copper do I even have? I have 1 copper on me. Okay. Well, I'm gonna, let's see, swap this to gold ore now, since that's what I need next. And also, so it gave a warning earlier about inclemental weather. That basically means, so there's weather hazards. There's actual land you can explore outside of the ocean. I just don't like doing that until I'm well established in the ocean first. But there is land up there you can explore, and you have to explore to progress both the story and your tech tree. But you get that warning sometimes for like inclemental weather. And so when you get those warnings, if you're above ground when an inclemental weather happens, you actually take damage. And while you're you take damage, and your heat rapidly drops faster than normal. Caves like that, I don't like exploring if I can avoid it, just because those tend to have blasters in them. I don't know the exact fish name, but they basically try and kill you. They blow up. Oop, that's a sea monkey. Alright, so I just scanned the pangolin. It's basically the baby version of that big penguin. You can pick them up, which is really funny. Sorry, I went quiet there. This is... Yeah, as you can see, like, the inclemental weather. I have to be careful because that electricity can shock me. I actually think that this was where the beacon was. No, it wasn't. It was the beacon was elsewhere. Inventory full. I'm gonna eat those anemones just because my I can do for the stuff that it gave me. So medkit. Unfortunately, I'm not getting any pings in this area for gold. Let's see. So it looks like the inclemental weather has stopped, which is nice. So I'm actually gonna climb up this. Oh, it's a flare. Nutrient block. Ooh, nutrient block I will take. Okay. Pull out my little doodad here, trying to search for some more gold. I'll probably be wrapping up here very soon. Hopefully I find hopefully I find one bit of gold before I wrap up this episode, the first episode. Let's see. Another sea monkey den. Let's see. Ooh, a mobile vehicle bay fragment. Heck yeah. Oh. Already had the mobile vehicle bay. Yeah, I'm blind.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I do not have a great memory. So I forgot that I had already gotten the all three parts of the mobile vehicle bay. Yeah, this has like a map, so it can show you cave systems and stuff. When you're doing what I'm doing right now, which is like exploring, just swimming around the top of it, it's not too necessary. Oh yeah, those guys, like, the symbiotes also like to hurt you because they don't like you being near their bladder fish. Which is a little annoying, but oh well. Not the end of the world. Running low on oxygen, so I'm gonna pop up to the surface. What's this? Yeah, this was where the beacon was. When I last played, you could sometimes find gold along the walls here in like veins. I'm hoping that I can do that again, but not seeming like it. And it could just be like the particular walls I'm looking at just don't happen to have any. So I'm gonna pop up to the surface, get some oxygen, dive back down, try and search for some more gold. Ah, those jellyfish things, they are actually a sign I am near a place I want to be. Do I have the beacon on me? I do. Perfect. So those actually are a sign that I'm close to where I want to be. For not not gold per se, but for the story. It's like you can see there's this long line. It's actually a power cable. And if I go up to the surface, ba ba da da, there is a man-made structure here. This is like the first clue for what we can actually explore to find our sister. And I am actually going. Oops, did not mean to pick that back up. So I know there's a way to rename it. There we go. What to name it? Structure. Perfect. I'm just gonna pop up here really quick, just because storage crate, PDA, which is nice. That gives you like background lore. Those are geothermal vents. They can damage you, but they also at the same time warm you up. Going to EU, pick up that battery. I'll drink some water and pick you up. Might as well top off. Ooh, a nutrient block. Jukebox disc. So once I get into base building, I can actually do one of the things you can make is a jukebox, and that just gives you some more music. So you notice it says pick up snow. One of the ways you can get water in this game now is by using snow and water purification tablet. I don't have the recipe to make water purification tablets yet, but so I can't use the snow, but it's a thing that you can do, and you can I can loot them. So in like those man-made structures and stuff. This bridge is what I was thinking about. This needs I don't remember if it's lubricant or hydraulic fluid. I don't even remember if there is hydraulic fluid. But that leads to another area. Let's see, disinfected water. Yeah, it does require hydraulic fluid, and this requires one hydraulic fluid, and once you do, you basically get to open this, you get access to that next area. So I'm getting a bit cold, so I'm going to chill out next to the steam vent, warm up to 100 temp, and then I am going to meander my way over here. Unfortunately, the cold weather is not the only hazard.
All-Terra facility beacon detected nearby. Unique identifier. Phyrobotics Center.
Yes, unfortunately, the cold weather is not the only thing that tries to kill you on land. There's also giant bear-like monkey snow things that would love nothing more than to beat the ever-loving crap out of you. And boy, are they good at that. So fevered pepper. You can also get warmth in a cave, but fevered pepper. Ooh, I have a ton of. So I'm actually gonna drop a ton of this titanium to pick up this fevered pepper. Because the reason being, it gives you food, water, and body heat. So it's useful if you're out, and it regrows. So if you loot it, so that plant I just looted, it'll eventually regrow. Alrighty. So I'm actually going to be, I found Phyrobotics, so this is probably the easiest first step, like most quantifiable first step for where I need to be for the story. I'm gonna get inside, and then I'm gonna wrap up, and I will see you in episode 2. Hope you enjoy. Signing off.
Phi Robotics. This is where Sam works.